How's it going, world? It's your boy Jamie the Motivator. I am here today with DJ Bostick, one of my mentees. We're here on another episode of Too Crowded Podcast, where I talk to successful individuals about what made them successful, what helped them get to the next level, what they're doing today, and what gems you can take and apply it to your life. DJ.
My guy,
appreciate
family.
you, man.
You
Look,
know it.
This is one of my mentees. I had a pleasure of meeting this guy years ago at a modeling event. If you didn't know, outside of fitness and motivation speaking, I am a full-time model.
Yes.
I like to dress. I like to look good. We found ourselves on the set of Love and Hip Hop. We was doing a modeling gig.
Mama
from
D.
there, Mama D. We had a mutual friend. What was his name?
Julian.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to his soul.
R.I.P. Julian. We met him, but from there we had a chance to meet each other. I told him that at the time I was mentoring young men into becoming an entrepreneur or fitness guru. If you didn't know, I started my business at 19 years old. I've attained a lot of success over the years. So whenever I meet somebody that's passionate about fitness, passionate about growth of health and wellness, I like to share that knowledge and ask for opportunities to do mentorship. So he came in under my guidance on Memorial Drive in 2017. We met each other. The energy that was high, the synergy was high. Every single thing that I poured into him, he made it his own. He's here today, sitting in front of me, has his own business, his own gym, his own brand, his own grind. So I'm just excited, motivated from the day. So, hey man, let the people know who you are.
Man, hey, I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely, man.
This is my family, my brother, my mentor, my friend, whatever title you want to put on it and more. Jamie has helped me with not only the physical stuff, but the mindset to attack this stuff, this success, and however you define your success is upon you. But this is where I am ultimately today, and I give some credit to that. You know, I put in the work as well, but definitely give credit and return that to you, man. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here to help you all help us. Man, like you said, my name is DJ. Built by Bostick is my brand. I was able to form that brand under the help of him and watching this thing build and come to what y'all didn't even see, like you said, on Memorial Drive when it was the whole nother name, Peak Performance. I'm sorry, see, we've been rocking with this so long and pushing JTM there. Hey, this where you're here now. So it's all about growth, man, and I'm just thankful. Absolutely. This is lit. It's lit.
All right, so I'm big on philosophies. I'm big on mindset. People see success.
Yeah,
and
fast.
They deem that to be successful, and they put whatever perception they want to on it.
Right. I
like to unveil, and give them the actual process. So, what has been your journey like over the last 5 years of going from being a mentee to gym owner?
To gym, oh my gosh. So the transition for even the people that are trying to get into this space, you have to be patient. First off, you have to be patient. A big word or term or something that comes to me is just delayed gratitude, delayed gratification. You'll have yours later when you know that you're in position, or your mindset or your physical, your habits, your everyday lifestyle is matching up to those things you're speaking of. So along the way, I can remember us having so many transition periods out of Peak Performance, 2 locations. Right. Moving over to Tucker Fit Factory, cool. We moved there, and then being there for a year and possibly some change. Okay, cool. And then that dynamic changes. And then as soon as that happened is when I really felt the impact of like, you know what, I'm going to have to switch to something that can sustain my lifestyle. So I was at a pivotal spot, and that's when COVID hit. I was traveling back from London. I was trying to figure out where I was going to work and get clientele, have clients, maintain my lifestyle. I was also trying to move out of my parents' house, and all that kind of stuff was going on. So it was just a lot. And that was at one time. And then we shift from there. And I say my biggest dynamic outside of fitness had to be my mom's passing, and that playing the mindset trick on me, just having to take time away from my business. Correct. Once I've gotten in this space of not moving from gym to gym, investing in myself, having my own place now, having been able to maneuver my online business and create some income the way I needed to. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling good. Then boom, remember I was planning to actually come and assist you, be a part of this. But at the time, life hit me with something different, so my plans had to be altered. But I mean, that was the biggest hurdle, and it was all about mindset. And I feel like anytime somebody can overcome their own hurdles, because you're gonna play a subconscious game, you're gonna have a subconscious conversation before you had that conversation with us, before you talk to somebody outside of us, or whatever that is. So I was just like, man, what are you gonna do, DJ? You're gonna stay rooted. You're gonna remember what you've learned from your mentors. You're gonna remember, you're gonna keep your faith, and then you're gonna move through it. And so that's how I ultimately got here today. And I think I appreciate those moments more than I even appreciate all these invites, opportunities. And I'm so thankful, beyond thankful, but those help you build a different mindset along the way.
So I know you came into the industry, you planted your foot, and I look around on social media or when I talk to you, and you're at this place, you're part of this event, or you've been invited to be, an instructor or a host, all these different things. How have you been able to like find that drive and find that niche and you growing in this industry?
Yeah, well, my basic thing was just fall in love with the process. You have to really just get so driven and basically starve yourself on everything else, the distractions, the things that are gonna take you or detour you off that route or whatever that GPS got you navigating towards. You gotta just stay on course. And my whole thing was ultimately, what is my alternative? Do I like this? Do I like this? No, I don't like A, I don't like B. I don't like B, I don't like C, I don't like D. Well, shoot, A it is. And and so ultimately I just think that mindset keeps me grounded. If I just can remind myself of the first goal that I started, all right, that was a small goal that led to a bigger goal. Okay, cool, now this can be opportunity. All right, how can I stay prepared until the next opportunity presents itself again? Okay, now this is a good one. All right, now let me stay every day. Constant preparation. What does preparation look like? Forming healthy habits, eating good, working out, journaling, talking, therapeutic things, whatever that is for you, that doesn't even matter. Let me not define it as one thing because it's different for everybody. I skate, I do some other things outside of this. I enjoy music. So, that's what keeps me grounded. But I remind myself of those goals and I just let them loop in my head over and over. So now that allows me to be in preparation of, that moment, that opportunity that's on the way, I've already been ready for it. I'm ready for 60,000 people to be ready in our crowd and we're doing a fitness event. We prepare. It don't matter how many looking at us,
And that brings me to, you said goals. For me, goals stand for getting over all limitations.
Oh, that's a good acronym.
And with that,
can you repeat it?
Goals, getting over all limitations.
I got to take that down as a nugget. Appreciate it.
And that's it, because, we got to jump and hurdle. And I look at, everything that we experience in life and bring it to how I can use it. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. And it's be able to prepare us, because we don't know what we're going to face next week. So we don't just try to have all this motivation just to make it sound good, because we're going to get tested. We're going to get tested.
Every day.
I know you've been tested, and I just want to know, what's been your greatest success and your greatest failure that shaped you?
Oh, wow. I would definitely like to start with the failure first, because that ultimately builds ground up. I like to say a slogan, brick by brick, we build a layer at a time. And so my layer of a failure was poor decision making. And as a college athlete, I had to choose to walk away from my scholarship. Keep in mind, I was fighting for a scholarship forever to be an athlete, to finally figure out my niche. I always was in fitness, that was part of it, but I was only working out because of the sports. Cool. So poor decision making, nothing major, but weed charge and things like that, but having to do I was in an all white town, predominantly white town. And it was just very little chance that they wouldn't find out at school and know that I was doing community service as well as going to practice. Leaving practice, I got to run to the courtroom, stuff like that. So things like that have showed me, instead of letting them put the narrative on my name of being another black kid, another black male felon doing this, I chose to pull myself out of the situation, maneuver myself out of something I wasn't comfortable with, and I was go into fitness, go into modeling, go ahead and do what you want to do, and stop being scared. And at first I looked at it like a failure because I had caught the little small miss, the charge or whatever, but I'm okay, that doesn't define me. Okay, cool. So now that leads on forward, and ultimately some other small decisions of choice making. So I would just say decision making would be failures, but I also learned through them. So I got intentional about those failures, changed how I was going to approach, refined my approach to everything. And I say now the biggest success is ultimately being right here, is being present in any opportunity, in any moment. That is my biggest success. You just have to stay prepared. It's opportunity, meeting, preparation. Right now, being present in this moment is my biggest success, because we're already doing this and we're already planning for our future. So if this isn't success, I don't know how you paint it. You know, we're happy, we're breathing, God blessed us, we're in a place that you're owned, it's a black owned business, we're minorities, we're shooting with a black owned photographer, his business is booming and doing his thing. It's so much to network, fellowship, God is present where more than 2 or 3 are gathered. We're come on, we're right here. We're in the shape of a triangle, pyramids are built in triangle, strong structure. Everything is how you look at it. So it's all about your perspective. This is success for me. So if I'm living and being in my truth in the present moment, I'm successful.
Wow, that's big, man. What does legacy mean to you?
Oh, and I'm glad you asked that. What does legacy mean to me? Ultimately, the stamp or the mark that you leave on people's hearts, right? So I like a little small saying of you want to carve your name into hearts, not tombstones. All right. And it's fine. People are going to die. We're going to have that process, you know, things like that. We're going to, not to make it sound harsh or anything. We're going to, it's the cycle of life. We got to all go through it or cool. And we all know that in this cycle of life, you can't get out of the line. You can't jump the person in front of you. You can't bend down and tie your shoe like you used to do in Oklahoma football drill when that hard hitter getting out the way. You can't get out the line and go behind you. You can't nothing. You have to face it. Everybody's going to move up in the line at some point, and that's going to be your time. So ultimately, when you're here, you have to do those things every day of impacting lives and helping another person up, being a helping hand, being of service, making sure that ultimately you're trying to give back more than you're trying to just receive all the time. Yeah. You don't have an ego kind of mindset, and egotistical things is just, I feel like it's exiting God out or something like that. You know, it's however you want to see that. But once you exit God out of your situation, you choosing to lean on your own discipline, your own discernment, your own decision making, and say, I don't have my faith in this no more. And so that's when you don't leave your legacy. You got to stay stamped every day. And that's how you ultimately go out, because people just gonna tell you what they missed about you, what they loved about you. If they don't like you, they just don't go to your funeral or your memorial, whatever it is, your passing, whatever that is. So
no, that's big, man, because you know everybody like to say how strong they are, but we don't know how strong we are until that's all we have.
Come on.
I was able to experience with you one of the greatest losses you occurred within the last year. And I just want to know, like, how were you able to endure the loss of losing your mom? Yeah. And I know you're probably still going through that process.
For sure.
For somebody that's looking at this video.
For sure.
And that's going through major loss, whether from a mate or from a family member, and that's in that process, but going through that process and going through it, like, what does that look like?
Wow. So to paint it for anybody, it's gonna hurt. That's obvious. That is a pain that is. You just can't describe. You can't prepare for it. We talk about preparation every day, but there's no word or adjective that can even put you in a mindset to be like, hey, you know, I'm going to lose my mother, my father today. You know, it was very vital. I was speaking to my mother in the moment, so I was close and connected. So if you are that person, and whenever that day comes for you, you cannot prepare, but what you can do during or post the situation is think about the times that y'all did have that were lovely. All right, I put this tattoo on me, right? It said, play the moments, pause the memories, stop the pain, and replay the happiness. And so that was just recycling life for me. I had to replay my happiness. I had to stop my pain and understand that my mother left this earth being a better woman, a better individual. She impacted people. She was of service and doing those things. And when I look at it, I'm like, well, was she mad going out of this earth? No, she was celebrating her anniversary and happy. Okay, so the ego down here on earth is what's mad. Oh, I'm mad for her. Oh, wow. Okay, she's not upset. And I still have conversations because she come to me in so many different ways. And if you can even get yourself in that mindset, I suggest anybody go to counseling, therapy. Big shout out to my counselor. I mean, I'm not going to say his name on camera like that. Find you with somebody that you think is therapeutic. You do not have to reach out. You can look on the back of your insurance card. There is a mental health number that you can call. Your insurance people will give you somebody that will be around your area or that can, you know, help you out. And if that's not the case, reach out to a friend that maybe can talk to, or just somebody trustworthy. And don't allow anyone to rush your grieving process. That's another thing. During my process, I've learned that everybody will tell you that term, and you want to take it in and take heed of what's going on, but also understand that that dynamic can change when you're grieving and it's towards their emotion. So if I'm having a day and I don't want to talk at all, okay, so why you don't want to talk to me? Well, why you want to question what you told me 2 months ago of, hey, it doesn't matter your time. Today was just one of my days and I didn't feel the need to explain. So it's okay. You're going to have that day where you don't want to explain. You're going to have that day where you want to talk to people.
A lot of ebbs and
Man,
flows.
come on. You just got to go up and down with it and cry. As a man, please, my men out there, it's okay. I've cried more than ever in my life now, and I'm telling you, it feels so good. I feel stronger than I feel weaker. Being vulnerable with my father, being vulnerable with the women of my family, my grandmothers, my little cousins. I'm spending very intentional time. Hey, I'm not working today. It's over with. I'm with my little cousin. She got a Halloween party. I want to take her to get the pretzels for the Halloween party. It ain't big, but that's what I want to do. That stuff's starting to matter to me way more. And that's what keep me grounded and getting through it, because ultimately, if there's a connection to family and to God, you're good and you happy. Yep.
Wow. So I think that brings me to my next question of how do you exercise your mental wellness? You know, we got physical, we got financial wellness, all those things, but how do you maneuver through the mental wellness of making sure you're okay?
I'm okay.
Sure
Correct.
You're doing those daily activities to make sure you're okay and put those parameters in place.
For sure. Creating those boundaries, man. Learn to say no because yes will become expensive. Learn to say no because yes become expensive, and it's really that simple. You got to create those boundaries, like you said, those ramifications. If I'm going to do something today, I already set my attention on it, my goal on it. I wrote it on my calendar. Even if I didn't write it down and it's all in here, and I said I got this to-do list, I'm going to stick to that. When somebody says, hey, I got to keep in mind, now I set this to-do list out. They didn't set it out. They just want me to help them and assist. I can assist when I do this. I can assist after. Hey, matter of fact, help me do this and then I'll come help you do that. So we can do something in return. But most of the time you just have to learn to say no. And my everyday habits look like journaling. Like I said, counseling, that's something big for me. I don't go every day, but I like to go, once a week or whenever you feel that need is. It'd be twice a month. It doesn't matter. Once a month, doesn't matter. I do that. I journal a lot, write a lot of music. I skate, so I'm super active in the skating world. Cascade, Golden Glide, Sparkles, I'll be around there. All that good stuff. I bike ride. And honestly, I enjoy going to the gun range, shooting my gun. That's my stress reliever sometimes when you just want to be like, you know what, I'm mad today. You can physically be mad and not be so apologetic about it. Tell someone you're angry. Be okay with telling people that. Tell them that into a healthy thing. Hey man, I'm angry today. You mind just coming shooting a gun with me today? Let me let off some steam, man. I just trust you. We in a controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can give me some pointers on how you shoot what you do. Boom. It's the little things. And now I'm like, I'm good. Hey man, can you come to the gym, man? Let's spar. We ain't even got to hit each other. Let's shadow box so I can feel like I'm fighting, just to release.
Correct.
And I'm into those kind of things, and yoga. So I do that with my clientele because it helped me stay calm. And I'm big on the sauna. That's another one that I do too, sauna. I love to hit the infrared sauna, not the colds. I like infrared. I like the stretch and all that stuff. So that's me.
Through the sweat glands, we release so much. The heat, we release so much.
It's about releasing.
Yeah, so that's definitely
Definitely.
So one of my, I always like to close out with a major mantra. One of my biggest ones is life is movement. If you stop, you die. Choose life. And for me, it's like, in life, there's movement in everything.
Yeah.
So moving forward in relationships, moving forward in business, moving forward in finances, moving forward with your kids, with your unborn kids, in all these areas, the movement is what creates the momentum.
I like it.
With momentum, that creates the fulfillment. That creates the success of it.
It
all starts from movement, though. That's the very first process.
The base, the foundation.
That's the base of it,
wow.
Foundation. So what's yours and what does it mean to you?
Oh, wow. I would actually like to share one that was probably shared with me by Inky Johnson. Great motivational speaker. If you all don't know who Inky is, he's from Atlanta. Search him up. Do your own research. I can't put you on game too much, but he's a great leader in the speaking motivational world and everything like that. And I met the gentleman and I shook his hand, and then he went up to speak later on at the engagement. And as I'm watching him, he gets on stage and he was saying it's not that people don't have what it takes, is that when they're here, we don't operate at the frequency high enough that can obtain the goals that we've set for each other. So now we lose focus, you lose whatever, you lose faith, whatever that is, to not obtain that ultimate goal. So once you operate at those high frequencies, as we were talking about, mentally and doing those things, leaving those roadblocks out of the way, then you obtain all those goals, those successes, those things that you know, are looking for, that you desire. And so it's basically like enter that cave. You don't want to be fearful of entering that cave, because it probably got that gold in there that you seeking, or whatever that is.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, so if we're sitting here right now, and if a 20-year-old was looking at, I think I met you when you was about 20.
I think I would. I was 20, 19, 20. I was fresh from North Carolina coming to Clayton State. I was young. Didn't have much tattoos, skinnier. I wasn't ripped.
So if they're sitting and they're looking at you and our dynamic, and they look at everything and they're like, well, is that realistic for me? What's the message to them?
I definitely believe that is very realistic to them and to anybody else that is watching this. If any gentleman can pull the next gentleman along the way, you don't got to be the biggest NBA star, biggest NFL athlete, rapper, whatever. You don't have to be that. You can be an entrepreneur, learn your lane, learn your niche. And how you do that is by having mentors, mentees. This is a gentleman that seen me and gave opportunity, and I was in a place to receive opportunity. We both exploited something and learned how to grow. So if I see you watching this, or if you are out here watching this, when you see it, you need to always understand and apply. Grab that person by the hand or the shirt tail or whatever, and give them that push or that pat on the back. Let them know they got this. All right. He provided an umbrella. All right, and allowed me to not get poured on, not get a big cloud over me. And when clouds did come, I ultimately felt prepared. All right, so get a mentor, become a mentee to someone, be ready to learn and apply the lessons that you do receive from those people along the way. So ultimately, if you just stay open-minded and you learn along the way, you will earn. Understand that earn is in the word learn. All right, I am earning today because I started with the learn process
before.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, as always, man, take this advice, take these conversations. For
sure.
I always say you don't have to look far for negative conversations. As soon as you turn on your phone, there's something negative.
Yeah,
as soon as
quick.
you get on news, there's certain negative. Yeah. But you gotta search and find and seek out
the good stuff.
And good stuff.
And that's so hard.
That really prepares you to the next level. So I want you to follow a DJ. Yeah. Where can they follow you on social media?
Please follow me and stay connected with me at Built by Bostick. Bostick is my last name. All right. And I say Built by Bostick because we build brick by brick, layer by layer. All right. Day at a time. All right. So follow me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever that is. Built by Bostick. Email builtbybostick@gmail.com. All around the board, nothing changes.
Please share them about your books. I know you got a few books.
Oh yeah,
out.
definitely.
You got merch out.
Oh yeah.
You do online.
Stay tuned. Okay, plug myself in. Most definitely, I love to do so. I have merchandise, fellas. We got shorts. You see, I got some cut off sleeved hoodies. Ladies, I have shorts. I have everything for you. So the merchandise is on lock. You can DM me. There are some of those items on the website at builtbybostick.com. If it's not on there, that is okay. DM me. I do have things on hand that is not updated, and that's fine. I do have a book. That has been one of my greatest accomplishments. I've also learned from Jamie the Motivator here. And I just applied that, and it's called Halfway to Halftime. It is a motivational, it is a everyday read. It's not long, very short, straight to the point, audio book as well in that format. If you want to receive that on Amazon, iTunes, whatever, go listen to wherever that is, that platform that you stream from. But Halfway to Halftime, ultimately to me, is, I was 25 when I wrote the book or published finally. My mother passed away at 50. I had the title before she passed away when I told her to her, but I didn't know. And I related to the game of life as 4 quarters, football, basketball. We were athletes, cool, 4 quarters. And I got halfway to halftime. I made it to the 25 to her 50, right? So she made it to completing the game, and I'm at that halfway point. And so that was that quarter of the way there. I was like, man, I just finished my first quarter. I still got 2, 3, and 4 to go. Oh, this is hard, So I look at it like that, but halfway to halftime, go get that. I do music, so new music coming out soon, man. I like to stay in that world. October 16th, and merchandise. I got pop-ups. This whole October is filled with events. October 8th, I have a event called Ass and Abs over at the Fit Spot. October 22nd, I'm with Lululemon and Humble Hustler over at Pont City Market. So come over there, free event, and yeah, stay tuned.
Hey man, well, I want to commend you, man.
Yes,
keep
indeed, brother. I appreciate you.
Keep evolving, keep growing, keep allowing your light to shine.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you, bro. I'm elated to have you here. We come full circle, and I feel like this is just the beginning of what we'll be continue to do. I feel like the next next commercial, the next interview we'll be doing, we'll be on the island. We'll be somewhere that's way far longer than our tax bracket. But I feel like it starts here with community, building each other, pointing to each other. So I just want to say it on camera. As always, I meet you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Make sure you tap in, like, comment, and share this video. Share it with somebody, inspire somebody, help somebody to the next level. And as always, meet you at the top because the bottom is too crowded.
Yes, indeed.